evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Regulars. How are we all?
Happy Friday.
Really good.
Happy Friday. And not only is it a Friday, but it's a bank holiday Friday as well. That feels even better. Feels a lot better. 3-day weekend instead of 2.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What are you up to, guys, in the chat? Let us know. You're going away for the weekend? Any holidays planned? Celebrating any football promotions? Anything good like that happening? Let us know in the chat as well. But how are things generally? Are you all good?
Yeah, I'm going to go and sort my Wi-Fi out because it's crap. I'll be back in a minute.
yeah. It kept dropping out earlier. You all good, Tom? Good to see you, mate.
I'm good, mate. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Yeah. Tough work at week. Tough week at work. Exactly.
Yeah.
Rest my case. Tough week at work. But yeah. 3 days of well, hopefully not 3 days, but 2 days of putting the racking up in the garage and sorting the backyard out so it don't look like Steptoe's backyard, fortunately. So hopefully if it goes to plan. So yeah. Put it in the group chat. I've got some racking to put up. So
I've actually got a picture of it, Tom, as well. I'll try and get a picture of it for us as well. So, yeah.
Nothing special. It's only some pallet racking.
Yeah. Well, it looks all right. To be fair, it looks all right. Let me just try and get a picture up so people can see what you're on about.
Yes, all customer of mine sorted me out. So yeah, delivered it yesterday.
There we go.
But, yeah, that's going in the garage tomorrow. Yeah. So we'll sort the garage out. And hopefully, put a new sink in, new tap, new water supply, and and then I've got the painful job of going through what I keep, what I throw away, and what I maybe sell on eBay, Facebook, or trade for somebody for something. Who knows?
So it's going to be like 2 rows of fish.
No, so it's hard.
Coral.
Yeah. So. If you take, it's hard to explain. If you take the top bar, the top orange bar on the right hand side off, and put that underneath, because that's where the sink's going to be.
Right.
That makes any sense.
Mm.
So basically, you need to drop both those shelves down to the floor, so the top one's at waist height, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. So whereas one's at the top, it's going to be middle and bottom as opposed to top, middle, bottom.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's going to be middle and bottom. Yeah. So on the right hand side, there's going to be a sink. So basically, those 2 boards are going to be at the bottom, and then there's going to be a worktop put on it. So there'll be a sink in there for, like I say, washing hands, cleaning, skimmer, etc.
Yeah.
And then on the left hand side is where my coral table is going to go and some. Yeah. So I'm going to try and QT now that I bring into the system behind me. So it's going to go into a QT system.
Looks pretty heavy duty. What kind of weight can that take? It doesn't look like your normal racking that you get.
No, we're talking in the tons, which I don't think I need to worry about that with a 5 tank. So I can probably put a car on it, to be honest with you. But yeah, cost me 200 quid delivered, which I think is good.
That's pretty good for that kind of weighty beast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great value.
Yeah.
Everybody does like a little, bank holiday DIY job. So that's a nice little project for the weekend.
So that's what's happening tomorrow. Yeah. But like I say, I've got so much stuff. We've got to skip delivered earlier, and I've just got to be so ruthless with some of the stuff, because you know what it's like. You collect stuff and you're like, well, I might need this and I might need that, and before you know it, you've just got 2 or 3 of everything. And I'm sure everybody watching tonight has got cupboards with, oh, I didn't know I'd got that, and oh, I didn't know I'd already got 3 of them, and before you know it, you're just collecting stuff.
Yeah, I've got a big plastic box down the shed that's full of reactors, and I must have at least 5 reactors in there, different sizes. And I can't remember the last time I used a reactor. Certainly not in the last year, 18 months. Not since I closed down the big tank. So you think, well, wait.
But it's hard to throw things away.
Exactly that. You haven't got the art to throw it away. Or something, but it needs a pump, but it needs a new impeller. But the pump was like 100 quid, and you just can't be asked to order the impeller. But you should. You probably get 30, 40 quid for it at second hand, but it's just the time and the effort sometimes.
Yeah,
and you know when you throw it away, you'll end up needing it, won't you? That's the thing. It's like
test kits that have gone out of date. I'll always keep the vials. I'll always kiss the tube. I always keep the tubes. You know what I mean? Or I'll keep the syringe. So you just end up with 50, 10 mil syringes or whatever.
Yeah. The upside of that, when you've got multiple tanks and you've got the little vials, it's okay if you haven't got to wash them until you get to the end. So that's the upside of that, because obviously I've got 3 tanks, and on a Sunday I test all 3 tanks. So in that respect, it's good. But you're right, I keep all those vials as well. I'm thinking, would I ever need them? And then of course now I do, and it's pretty handy, and that's pretty lazy. I don't wash them up.
I've got that much pipe work, just put like gate valves and just
they're not cheap
valves, and exactly. Stuff for projects that I've bought and then didn't do, and the missus is nodding her head now. Yeah,
he's probably got enough stuff for my upgrade. He has. I bet he has. I bet he's got enough.
Honestly, I could probably plumb half a Rotherham, to be honest with you, with the amount of pipe work I've got. But I don't throw it away until, this is what I've been saying all along, until the garage is how I want it.
Yeah,
with certain things, it's just like I was saying to Jip the other day. He was like, "Oh, I opened a bag the other day, and I got I think there were 6 or 7 titanium meters of various, wattage, just because I'd obviously the garage, was full of tanks, and I've kept them all, and it's like, until you've got everything set up and running how you want it, and you've got a spare, as we always talk about, that emergency.
Yeah.
I don't. What's the point in selling something for 20, 30 quid and then going, I need that, and I've got to go and pay 50, 60, 70, 80 quid for it from a shop?
Yeah.
And if you want something in emergency, you just need something to put in there until you buy a brand new one. So something that's old, I know there's a risk that you got to switch it on and sod's law, it don't work at the time. But in that, otherwise you end up rushing and you're just getting anything, and you think, I didn't really want that. And so you wasted it. So you're right in that respect. And things like heaters and pumps, if you've got the spare ones, they last for ages.
Exactly.
Years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you're lucky to get the quarter of the price when you sell it. Like you said, Tom, there, you won't get the same money back, as it were. So you might as well just, keep hold of it. And
there's some nostalgia with some of the equipment I've bought. I can remember when I bought it and who from and what for, and do you know what I mean? And some stuff I've bought and never used because I've never, I've never ended up going the route I thought I was going to go with the system. So again, I'm a bit. Again, it's because of the current climate, a bit reluctant to sell stuff. Like a couch stirrer. Not many people are going to buy a couch stirrer, but they're so expensive, brand new. But you're probably not going to get half your money back. So I'd rather just keep it and look at it.
I think you'll be able to sell it pretty easily, but you're right, you won't get even 50% back. And they're, it depends on one like Deltec and some of those, they're like 300, 400, 500 quid just for a couch stirrer. I know you can kind of make your own, and I know Mogsy makes his own DIY one, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Speaking of Mogsy, he's going to join us. He said he's going to be 10, 15 minutes, I think.
Working.
He finished to work at 7:45, didn't he? I think, or something. And I've told him to get a wriggle on, get back as quick as he could. So
he did. I think he appreciated that.
There was a few expletives in there, but basically said, get a wriggle on and make sure you're on the live stream, mate.
Yeah.
So Mogsy is joining us. We are going to be a full house tonight, which will be pretty good.
Well. Yeah.
Well, let's go to comments then. Say hello to everybody in the chat. There's 52 people here, so thanks, guys, for joining us. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. So, Jo, oh no, she's gone to Scarborough. She's always here.
Nice.
A little holiday weekend away, but she's going to catch up. Have a good week, Mogsy, Paul, and Tom. Yeah, Scarborough's where my parents live, so enjoy it. It's nice up there. Yeah, really nice. In fact, the A64 gets loads of traffic, so put the live stream on whilst you're sat in the traffic on the A64, definitely. But yeah, send our love, guys. Have a good holiday.
Yeah, definitely.
Tony got beat. You got beat today. You're not the first comment. It's always the first comment usually, isn't it? Looking forward to it, Jay. Good subject. Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks for hitting the like button. We want to give some praise and spotlight to the lesser talked about members of our tank tonight. Spring cleanup, isn't it, tonight? Spring cleanup. Let's see who else is in the house. Evening all. Happy bank holiday. Reef Kend. Yes, nice one, mate. Took me a while to read that, to be fair, but yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
You got stuck on the last word, didn't you?
Yeah, I was like Reef, yeah, Reef End, and then like yeah.
You got
Play.
that.
Good one. John, nice to see you, John. Evening.
Yeah, evening, John.
Always on. Evening. Yeah, MK Reefer. Good evening, mate. Skids is in the house as well tonight, and Cotty is also in. Evening, Coin. UKM 120. Good evening, mate. Great to see you. Lee, yes.
Yes, evening, Lee. Well done on last week's video, mate. Brilliant.
Yeah, good. Well
what
done.
A video that was.
Nice one.
Very good.
Do you know what? I absolutely loved it. I loved like the authenticity of it and just the way he told that story. Just a nice, genuine guy who's just loves his hobby.
Were you sat on the carpet with your arms and legs folded?
I was ready for bed. It was after this live stream, wasn't it? And it was like, to be fair, it was about 45 minutes.
Carpet time.
Carpet time. Great video. If you haven't seen it, guys, check it out on Parker's Reef.
Yes, definitely.
It's a fantastic video and a top
good.
bloke. Yeah, really nice work. Look forward to meeting him. He's going to Love to Reef.
Sleepover.
He is.
He's going to the sleepover. That's it. Well, officially, Tom, I'm not going to sleepover. So
You mean you're not allowed?
Something like that.
What everybody doesn't know is we tried to get you and Christy in a family room, but we couldn't get one with a pull-out cot.
Little side bed or whatever. Paul's on the beers tonight. What are you drinking there, Paul? Just
my favourite.
Mythos.
Oh, he's gone all Greek. That's Greek, isn't it? That one?
Yeah, it don't taste as nice as when you're in Greek, but I'm sure there's other things to do with it as well.
Nice.
But
Well,
nice.
I'm on the Johns. I'll open up the Johns tonight. Always on the John Smiths. What are we on, Tom? Oh, what's that?
Cruise.
El Campo.
Cruz Campo.
El Capo. Oh, very nice.
A variety there, isn't
Is that like Belgium or something?
No, it's Spanish.
it? Says, look, he doesn't know where Seville is. That's ironic, isn't it?
Geography teacher. I told you he's a student undercover.
That like Orange. That's Orange County, isn't it? Seville. Oh, very good.
Anyway,
so we're on the beers. What are you drinking in the chat, guys? Are you on the beers? John's chatting there. Very good. Techers, good to see you, mate. Good evening. Nice one. Thanks for joining us. A couple of people chatting. David, thanks for joining us, David. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you have a good, enjoy the live stream. A couple of people chatting there. No, what's that? Nogatron. Hope I pronounced that right. Yeah. What?
Nogatron.
Yeah. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. Hope you have a good night tonight.
Oh dear, only 13 minutes in and he's struggling with his words.
Let's just have a beer. Wait a minute. Let me have a sip of this.
As long as you don't have the toddies. Oh.
That might fix it. Okay.
Might do, unlikely.
It's the same can as last Friday, though. There's nothing in it.
No, there is, mate. There's definitely beer in there. Look, just opened it.
Okay.
He's proved it, yeah.
Anyway, Reef
puts it on the shelf every Friday and takes it back off again.
I have one beer every Friday. It's enough. Reef 216, good to see you, mate. Nice to join us tonight. And Darren, quality, mate.
Evening, Darren.
As well. Oh, Techers, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Thanks for the love on the live stream. It all helps. Yes, Liam. Yeah. Or Salty Swagger is what he's also known as. Yeah. He's helping me out get a t-shirt ready for our big day out at Love to Reef.
Oh.
All right, okay.
Yeah, he's kitting me out. He said he asked what size I was. I says I was large. He didn't believe me because you keep saying I'm really small all the time. But
I keep saying your age is 8 to 10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's why you have to question.
It's large boys.
Large boys, yeah. Evening, yes. MB Reefing, all the crowd in tonight. All the crowd in for the bank holiday weekend. Evening, fellas. Pelagic Swimmer, good to see you, mate. Evening. Cracking channel, by the way, mate. You've got a really good channel.
Yeah, it is. It is good.
Stuart Pennell's in as well. Good to see you, mate. And Marrick's in. all the regulars, even in salty sausages.
Evening, Al.
Evening, mate. Good to see you. Haley is in. Good to see you, Haley. And so Simon.
So Simon.
Evening. Yeah. We've got maybe a newbie, Ella Brown. Welcome to Livestream, Ella. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You could join us. Jeepers Reef. God, this register keeps going on. Loads of people. So, what are you laughing at?
You complaining?
Scott's in the house, and I think it's time now to introduce Scott's best mate. He's here officially. Hey,
he is.
Steve.
Hi, Steve.
How's it going, chaps? How's it going?
How are you?
Evening.
Thanks for getting a wriggle on. Your mate Scott just said hello to you.
Evening, Scott. Hope you're looking after my bubble coral, mate. I'm collecting that soon. We're collecting it. I'm only joking.
What's the size of a wheelie bin by now? Surely it's huge.
And
Scott's better at growing coal than you are.
Right, I think he is, but well, he definitely is at SBS and all that. I'll have to get some tips, really. I'll have to get some tips, mate, for sure.
Who else is on? Yeah, check out his video on Parker's Reef. It is really good, really good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Carl. Reef King's in. He must be getting excited for the sleepover. He's on the sleepover, isn't it? Is that right?
He is coming to the sleepover, yeah.
I thought it was nice. Yeah, it's good.
I say he only lives about 20 minutes down the road.
I know, yeah. It's too far though. If you've had a few beers, it is too far.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Hello, Matthew. Good to see you, mate.
Yeah.
Reef addicts.
Hello, Reef addicts. And then I think Jarek's in. Yes, he's a regular as well. Dan says, "Don't go to Scarborough. It's chucking it down."
Oh dear.
Turn it around. I've been speaking to my parents. Say it's freezing in Scarborough at the moment.
Yeah.
Kids on the strong stuff tonight. Yeah. School's out, mate. Tonight, school's out. We're getting a bit of a rundown of what people are drinking. Emma is on fizzy wine. Emma, nice. Thank you for joining us, Emma. I think that's Prosecco in it, fizzy wine. I'm useless on that stuff.
Yeah.
Lee said he's had it's more than my video. It's 5,100 views on his channel.
Nice.
I've been invited on Reef Dude's stream as well, and Neptune asked if they could feature my sister. Wow. No. Fair play. Well deserved.
Well done, mate.
Well deserved.
Deserves it, mate. Well deserves it. Well deserves it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Did anybody watch Chasing Perfection on BRS TV? I didn't watch it.
I've not watched that yet.
Really good.
One for the weekend, maybe. Bank holiday.
Yeah. There's a bank holiday watch, guys. Thanks, NG Reefer. I haven't seen it yet, mate. I haven't watched a lot of their stuff recently, but I'll definitely watch that one on your recommendation. Critical's in. Evening, mate.
Evening.
Good to see you. And I think, Nick Hatton's in. Good to see you, mate. Good evening.
Evening.
Thanks for joining us on the live stream. I need to catch up on the video on Ultimate Reef. Posted Ultimate Reef. Anybody seen that one?
I think he's on about Lee's video.
Yeah, what about that one? About Lee.
That makes sense. Darren's on the strong stuff. He's having a cup of tea. Got to shoot early to watch basketball in the morning. Nice. Ollie. Oi. There you go, Steve. Lee's video. And last but not least, Woody. Thanks for joining us, Woody, tonight.
Hi, Woody.
Evening.
So I think that's everyone in. Steve's checked in. And I think we should... how's the week in reefing been? How's everything going with your reef tanks? Where should we start? What about Paul? You want to start with Paul?
Yeah, so I've gone on some new stuff for the tank here, because as you know, Got dinos. It's still clearing, very bloody slow process, but the nitrates and the phosphates are really high. So I've gone on to the Zeovit stuff. So I've got the Zeo Food Plus and the Zeo. I'm in a different place now. Zeo.
No, sorry.
How do
I make you big? How do I make you big?
Well, you make me disappear, which a lot of people
clicked on his one.
Yeah, there we go. There we
go. So that one is to pull out the nitrates and phosphate. So I've put the skimmer onto wet, which actually the skimmer on this tank here is pretty good. So it's pulling out a load of crud. So that's to bring the nitrates and the phosphate down. Zeobac, which is bacteria. And this is inorganics that will help to feed the corals. So I'm dosing at half because I haven't got a massive number of corals in there. It's got a bit of a regime where you dose something for a whole week. So it's this one here. You dose this 6 drops for a whole week, and then you go 3 times a week. That is 2 times a week, and that's every day. So the whole point of that is to put bacteria in and to bring the nitrates down, bring the phosphates down, because I'm not doing water changes. So I've got quite a lot of algae at the moment. You can probably see that on the back there, loads of algae. But I'm cool with that at the moment. And actually that chalice, it's on its way out. So that was a bright green chalice. Because the nitrates are so high, the silicates are really high. That one is on its way out. But I didn't want to put it back in another tank. I know if I put it into another tank, and if I transfer the dinos over, they should be okay, but I didn't want to take that risk. But the Goniopora is really good. The bubble coral pretty good still. And I've got a chalice down there that's quite good. And a torch is still doing well there. And I've still got some nems at the top there. So the corals other than that one is doing okay. But this bubble coral has been stinging that. So I think it started stinging it and then it couldn't recover with what the parameters are. So it's just one of those things. I wasn't prepared to take it out. So that's new on that tank. So we'll see. I think, Tom, how long does it take to kick in, or should take to kick in? Is it about 3 weeks or so?
3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just dosing it every day. Still dosing the silicates every day as well. I'm up to about, you're supposed to do about 5 drops a day. I'm up to 45 drops a day to get the silicates up. It seems to be working. It's just, and when you look online, sometimes it takes 6-9 months to do this based on the dinos that I've got. So I'm patient and we'll see. But the sand's clearing out. It's pretty white at the moment, which is good.
Yeah, the sand looks a lot cleaner now. It looks a lot clearer.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I just got to take that challenge out. Sorry.
Is the plan still to add more NEMs? I know you were kind of going to have like a harem.
I was going NEMs, but I'm not sure now. I think once it's recovered, I think I'm happy with the NEMs that I've got. I don't know if I'll add any more. I might just go LPS. I don't think I'll do SPS in this system. I think I just prefer LPS in there. I might get some more Gonioporas. I've got some and some Alveoporas. I've got those in the other tanks that I can transfer over. I can put some more chalice in there, get a couple more torches and just leave it at that. So I can keep it as quite low maintenance then. So it's improving. But we shall see. So once they've gone, I've been looking forward to doing water changes and just hopefully the nitrates will come down and phosphates. But I'm not cleaning the back at all. So I'm just letting the algae drop, the algae to grow. One that will suck up the nutrients. I know it then starts growing, but at least it's a bit of nutrient control. And let's face it, it's really easy. I can just scrape it all off the back and it'll go. It works pretty good. Most of it around the sides and the bottom. The top bit there's got a bit of algae, but I think it's put it closer to the light. And I've got another pump, so I've got a Tunzi there, and I've got the Nero over there. So the flow's pretty good in the tank. I've got quite a bit of bubble algae, but I'm leaving that until it's sorted itself out. And then I'll put a couple of emerald crabs in, and then move it. So I know what I'm going to do. So I'm not overly concerned at the moment.
Lee's just saying we thought about putting some sand potentially in the sump.
There's no sump, so it's a rear chamber. I don't really want to put anything else in there. I have got some sand I can add to it, and of course that might add some silicates to it. I'm just doing it in a controlled way at the moment, but it's a fair point about putting brand new sanding, because quite often that does come with silicates, doesn't it?
Mm.
But it's one of those where I'm raising it's gradually going up. So if I make it, I could add a whole bottle of silicates to it, but it's probably going to not crash it, but it would affect the corals. So I'm trying to protect the corals as much as possible. Hence why it's taking a lot longer.
Mm.
But what's quite funny, as the silicates are going up, some of the corals are just loving it. They're loving the dirty water. I mean, what's it? Phosphates is 0.2 and nitrates are about 25.
Yeah, Goniopora love dirty water.
Yeah, so it's doing well. Funny enough, when I only had one pump in there, it's certainly a lot bigger, but it's getting a lot more flow now. But it's still doing pretty well. It's just not extended as it was. I'm still dosing manganese because obviously I'm not dosing anything. The magnesium and all that is all pretty stable because it's not really growing, so it's not using much on the elements. But I'm still dosing manganese.
Yeah, and the LPS corals are a bit more forgiving, aren't they? You can have a bit more dirtier water, a bit more nitrates and phosphates, and they'll be happy with that. They can cope with it.
The chalice is pretty good.
That can't.
Yeah, the chalice is usually pretty good, but for whatever reason, I think because the bubble coral stung it, and I think after that it then started to deteriorate. So because usually they can be stung and you just leave them, they'll grow back, but it's just I think they're just the nutrients were just too high for it.
Yeah, David's right. Nice little ratio on your
100 to 1. Yeah.
Yeah, 100 to 1. Absolutely.
Yeah, I try and keep it roughly within that, even if they're both high. If it's within that, I've got a little bit of cyano, but I'm not surprised considering what I'm pumping into it at the moment, and I'm feeding quite heavy as well for the fish and everything else. So we'll just see. The other 2 tanks are doing okay. So that's fine, not doing much with those at all, just doing some water changes.
Jeeves is doing well in the garage. He's looking after
he hasn't got much. He's part-time now.
He's too busy with his love to Reef, mate, which is only, 2 weeks away?
Well, yeah, so that's 2 weeks away.
Let's get that
well. So what have I done? I've sorted out loads of the kit I need from there, like the projector, screen, ordered all the sweets. Also, Carl, you'll be pleased all the sweets have turned up. So I've just got to sort out the pick and mix. So that's all. Oh, thank you. So that's all sorted out. Thank you. There's loads of people in the chat that are going. So thank you very much for buying tickets. I mean, I've been bowled over by the response from the vendors for the giveaways, the prizes. So DD this week, I've done a post in it. They're giving away a pair of glasses, coral glasses for everyone who comes through the door. So that's really good. 18-kilogram box of their Reef, Marco Rock. Oh, there we go. It's on the next page. So, and then also we've been talking a lot about ICP. So there's 20 Reef's Elements ICP. So 20 kits. There we go.
Nice.
And also, I nearly forgot that they've got their function return pump, which is a fairly new return pump. So I mean, now God knows how much all that cost there. Was it 25 quid an ICP? I don't know how much the Marco Rock is, and then the glass is about 4 quid. So
there's 1,000 quid donated there, isn't there?
Yeah, about 1,000 quid. Yeah,
and then you got Red Sea doing the ATO, the 3-in-1. You've got TMC doing a little jellyfish tank, and I saw that for the first time at AAC. The jellyfish tank. Steve, if you saw it, you'd be getting one. I tell you.
No, you know what? I've always liked jellyfish. To be fair, I've seen one of them. To be honest, the TMC one, really good. But it always put me off because they've got to be really, really clean, haven't they?
Well, I was going to say it's quite small. It's quite a small tank.
It is.
But it's got a really nice big access point, and all they do at AAC is they clean the glass with a bit of filter. Filter floss all the way around.
Yeah.
They take water from one of the other tanks to put it in every week, and that's it. And because all the detritus is on the bottom of it. That's it.
Yeah, that's
right at the very bottom.
Brilliant.
But looking at it, it actually looks really easy to maintain. And they're
how do you win them? Is it like a raffle? Is it going to be a raffle?
Yeah, so what happens is
I'm going to be buying some tickets for that. Hopefully I can win that. That'll be great.
you go to the show, whatever your ticket number is, that goes into the tombola if Jay provides a tombola.
Oh, nice.
And then you can buy one edition. Sorry, you donate £5, you get one ticket. 10 quid is 3 tickets. 20 quid is 10 tickets. All goes into the hat. I must admit, I've lost count of how many prizes there are.
There's a lot in there, a lot of prizes.
So there's that. There's some salt. There's 6 buckets of salt for a different brand. Got vouchers. So we've got 500 quid's worth of vouchers that are across AAC, Eco Marine, and also Collective Corals. So you can buy, you get vouchers on the day when you win to buy corals there. You've got an XR15 from Exodus, so it's the Ecotech there. Just go around the different stalls as to what we've got. We've got the, we gave away the par wires the other week. So there's another one of the par wires. That's obviously to measure your par.
Brilliant.
There's just loads of
it. Some fantastic prizes there, mate, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really good prizes there.
And then the guest speakers, we've got
this is unreal, this is. I can't believe this.
So we've got, my mind's gone blank. We've got Jose from Reef.
Those elements.
We have got
Jeremy
Jeremy Gay, so that's it, from Reef Builders. And this week, so I haven't announced this one yet. Have you heard of Jamie Craggs?
Yeah.
Just a bit.
So Jamie Craig is the guy who, I suppose from a UK perspective and also globally, inspired a lot of the coral breeding, coral spawning. So he was at Coral Freaks, was that 2019? He reached out to Paul Hughes at AAC and said, I hear there's an event near you. He said, yes. So I spoke to him this week. So Jamie's going to be there as well. We confirmed this week. So he will be there as well.
Brilliant.
So in terms of guest speakers, I have to pinch myself because I didn't think I would get that kind of quality to come to the to the
brilliant.
event. So we've
Brilliant,
got
mate.
3 brilliant. So I think Jose, Tom, you'll be pleased. He's going to talk about alkalinity and maybe pH. So pH for the afternoon. So that will please you. But yeah, I'm looking forward to all 3 of them for very different reasons, because 3 very different guest speakers and 3 different very topics as well. So
unbelievable lineup
we've got over 100 people in the frag swap and in the WhatsApp group, and I think the last count there was 80 odd swaps that have been confirmed. But that's a combination of people giving corals away and also people that are swapping. So I've now got I've got the 3rd tank. I bought a tank off of eBay, so I hope it bloody holds the water. So I've got 3 tanks on the Friday, and it cost 10 quid. So Jesus, I may live to regret that. So and I've got my very first tank that's still in the shed. That's going to Love to Reef as well. So. And then Laura lending me a big plastic tub for that you keep fishing. So that's the 3 there.
Mate, you know what? Hats off to you, mate, because you know what, and you've done it basically on your own. It's fantastic. Obviously with your obviously with your wife and stuff. But I there's no way on this earth I could do something like that. I could organise it. Just the logistics and everything. I just couldn't do that. It's just hats off to you, mate. And like you said, the lineup is incredible. You know what I mean? You even a huge event, with 1,000 people and stuff, and Blake will struggle to get a lineup like me. You know what I mean? So you know what? 10 out of 10. That's all I can say, mate. Hats off to you.
Fingers crossed for the day. But yeah, absolutely. Ticket sales have gone pretty good, despite all the issue that I've had with Facebook and everything else. And you start getting worried. So I'm thinking, with all these vendors in the hall and everything else, have I as too many people bought tickets? I'm thinking, oh, shit, is there going to be enough room? And they're the kind of things that go through your mind at the moment. So it's just really a finishing touches on.
You've got 2 rooms, though, didn't you? You know what I mean? So you've got 2 rooms this time, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. But if you think about where it was, you had all the chairs in the middle, so there's quite a lot of space. That bit,
exactly.
Look on that screen. Thanks, Jay. Where those people are sitting, that is where there's going to be vendors. So the far side, you can see TMC.
Yeah, that's right.
We could have them all around the outside like we had before, but where the people are sitting there's going to be vendors. There's going to be 2 lineups of vendors there as well, and then the room next door is where the guest speakers will be.
Yeah.
So
Brilliant.
yeah, and then obviously we're going to have all the popping up by Shez in the top right hand corner. So she's doing a display and also pictures of sale as well. So she's there as well. She does some fantastic pictures, as you can. That doesn't do justice. And also she does some reef art, scollies and zoas and stuff like that's on the floor, and jellyfish. You can see them hanging down from the top. Yeah. So we'll see. And as I say, Johnny Boy's coming down. So looking forward to meeting everyone. But Johnny Boy's one of the OGs from the live stream back in March, April. What was it? 2000.
Is it over 3 years ago? Isn't it now?
2021.
Yeah. So it'll be great, and it's great that there's so many people that watch the live stream will be there. So it'll be absolutely fantastic. Jay, I know I said I wasn't going to go with lanyards, but I've ordered some lanyards because I think people can, if they want to, put their names on, at least then you can see. So whether people want to put their names or their handles on from YouTube or stuff like that, so it'll be easy to spot. So it's a bit of a pain, but I've ordered all the lanyards as well, so that's been done this week. So all the bits and bats have been ordered now.
Everything thought about. And I can't believe it's like within 12 weeks you've done. Is it 12 weeks from start to finish? You'll have done all that?
Yeah, so it was ridiculous. 3 weeks to actually organise the event, like to get all the vendors there, and then been selling tickets for about 10 weeks. So it'll be 10 weeks we sold tickets. So it wasn't long to put stuff together. But the good thing, once you've got, so I think if you're going to have an event, you get your lineup sorted. Guest speakers are a lot harder to do. You get all your vendors there, then you've got something to announce, and you can say, look, this is going. Do you fancy it or not?
Yeah.
The vendors are taking a bit more time to lock down, I would say, on that side. But yeah, we've got everything there, and that and also it's to raise money for mine. So we raised what I thought it was $2.5 grand, but because there is a GoFundMe page that's got the money that's been raised on the day and then some other funds. So it's 2,700 has been raised so far the last 2 years, and then all the money that's raised from the giveaway will then get uploaded into GoFundMe, so you can see it's all been donated to there. So 100% of all of the raffle money, should we say, the donations goes to that. But obviously the ticket price, most of that goes towards, if not all of it, goes towards paying for the event.
Absolutely. It's a brilliant charity, and we all know how much reefing helps us at difficult times. I think most of us in this group, we've all talked about difficult times and how it's helped us. And fantastic charity and incredible. It might even, apparently, Drippy says you need cheering up, Steve. Get yourself sorted out.
You know what? Honestly, God, I'm dying with a flu. I'm dying with a cold or a flu or something as well, mate. And I've been at work. I'm ill, mate. Been ill for a couple of days. Oh God, just this headache and bunged up nose and all that. So wasn't going to miss this, but sorry, Drippy. I'll be smiling next week.
Couple of comments. Somebody's saying, would there be some videos? I'm filming, and I think there's a lot of people filming it.
There's a couple of people filming.
I think everybody will be filming. I'm definitely filming for sure.
Lee's filming.
Jay, one thing, because on the day I won't take any pictures. I'll forget as I did before. What I'd like to do is get a group picture of everyone with their Jaffa glasses on.
Yes.
If we can get that in one of the rooms, because that would be really good. Have everyone in the hall with it, because there'll be enough glasses to go around for everyone. Can you remind me? Because then we can just do it. Because it just shows in the hall with all the vendors with everyone their glasses on. That would be quite good if we can sort that out. Because I'll forget by then.
That would be awesome. Right, let's go to that was an awesome update, Paul. Appreciate that.
Yeah, really good.
Lots going on. We're going to hand over Steve. I tell you what, that little Fluval Evo looks unreal.
Banging, isn't it? Yeah,
I can't believe how you've got that Fluval. I mean, because it's a very basic tank, isn't it, really? But it's absolutely
it's basic, mate. Yeah, I mean, like I did on the video, I did a video just on the Fluval and like what I thought of it, impressions and stuff. And And a few people reached out and said, yeah, but you know what? You've got the TMC one, which is a good one. And when you look at it, yeah, it is a good one, but that's 300 quid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Granted, you get a skimmer and stuff like that, yeah. But the reality of it is, how many people take the skimmer out of a nano tank? You know what I mean? How many people use the skimmer in a nano tank? Not many people that I know anyway. You know what I mean? If you do water changes and stuff like that, you know, it should be sufficient. So I just basically, I wanted that video to go out as if to say, you know, like if somebody wants to get in the hobby, just as a starter, for 150 quid, you know what I mean? And second hand, you can buy it for less than 70 quid now, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's like, it's a no-brainer, you know what I mean? So you might as well, you know, go out there and try it and stuff. But you know what, honest to God, mate, I absolutely love it. The missus is over the moon with it. She loves it more than me, you know what I mean? Because she likes the euphilia. Yeah, she wanted the euphilia and stuff.
Yeah,
you've got some nice corals in it, and you picked some nice pieces in there, which makes a difference.
Mate, oh yeah, and now like it's fully stocked now. Really, in theory, I seen a rainbow. It's like a rainbow fungi plate. It was beautiful. It was only a small one, but absolutely stunning it was. But
nice.
Yeah, because of the flow that I've got in it, which you know, obviously I've got that MP10 on the side. I have it on the you know, the Reef crest one, so it does different things, and it does blow up sand. Now I know like the fungus don't really like sand blowing on them, do you know what I mean? So it's or maybe I could get some more like rock and rest the fungi plate on it.
You could raise it though, Steve, couldn't you? You could get a bit of rock. You could get a bit of rock, a bit of plating rock on top, so it's almost like on a toadstool. And then put it on there. You've got a bit of movement under the bottom. So even if the sand's blowing around, it's about an inch and a half, so 2 inches off the sand, and do it.
Absolutely.
That would work pretty well, wouldn't it?
Well, I did think about getting, like you said, some rock. I did actually think of a piece of plating rock. So you've given me a good fit shout out there. So yeah, definitely, maybe like you said, and rest on top, glue it. You know, maybe glue the rock to the plate. You know, to the actual plating rock, and then stick it on top. You know what I mean? Maybe tilt it at an angle so it can get a bit of flow going through. But yeah, definitely, just a couple of things maybe on the sand, and then I think I'm good to go. That should be it. Just leave it to grow out now. But yeah, I mean, I do, like I said, fortnightly water changes, change the filter, just such a basic thing. It takes me literally 15 minutes.
Yeah,
as you guys know, who's got the, you know Jay and Paul with nano tanks. So simple, you know what I mean, to do. And it's, I actually can say that I enjoy doing water changes on that, you know what I mean? So it's it's mad.
It's just basically a cup, isn't it? You just change it with a cup.
Yeah, clip that.
Well, a little bit more than a cup.
I'll tell you what you could do, though. You could easily have one of those measuring jugs, a litre, and if you decided just every day, just do a litre in, a litre out.
Absolutely.
Clean the glass, and then that would be it. You haven't really got to do anything. And if you really want to, you pour the litre in. It probably won't overfill, then take it out, and you haven't even got to switch the pump on. So the only downside of the Evo, Steve, I think, and because you've got a lot of experience, is because it's such a small tank. The stability could be, I'm not saying it is, could be a problem, especially if you're starting out and they see your tank, and because you've got the experience, haven't you? So I think it is a great thing. It's just really that stability and taking your time and doing your research.
Absolutely. And that, you know what, that's what it's all about, isn't it, Paul? It's about researching it, you know what I mean, mate? It's I believe if you start off on the right foot, then you should, fingers crossed, everything should go right, you know what I mean? You don't want to rush it, you don't want to take. I mean, too many people like rush to what they want to, and rightly so. They want to get the fish in, they want to get the coral in, and you know what? They don't just want to look at a body of water with rock in it. You know what I mean? It's simple as that. You know, we do, but then that's when the mistakes come. You know what I mean? That's when the problems come and stuff like that. So for me, it's like I said, I'm just taking my time with it, and you know what? 6 months, it's gone so quick. You know what I mean? 6 months has just flown by, and now it's like really, it's quite stable now, mate. It's ironic, really, to say, but I tested the parameters not yesterday, the day before, and they were bang on, mate. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's crazy. Plus, because it's near the door, the pH is really high. So Tom would love that. You know what I mean? Yeah, its pH is like 8.4, 8.5. It's right near the front door. You know what I mean? So it's getting a draft. So yeah, it's doing really good, mate. Absolutely fantastic. And then I like the main display. This is like, this is going through its actual cycle now. So I'm on the process of cycling it, and with the Dr. Tim's, and mate, it's going swimmingly well. I couldn't believe how easy it's going. To be fair, I don't want to jinx myself, but yeah, everything according to that Dr. Tim's is working a treat. You know, day to day. Like I had ammonia the other day, another like 15 mil, because that's how much it is I'm adding to the tank. And it was like literally, because it was one part per million, and then I added it, and then the next week, you know, it went to 2 part per million. I tested it the following day, and it went to 0.5, and nitrites were like 2 ppm. So that means that we're getting some good movement, you know what I mean, in terms of like breaking it down. So yeah, I love it, mate. It's great. I can't wait.
Yeah.
JB's asking, they might be bringing some new sizes into the country, and he's thinking about getting a Nios. What is it, Nioxy think of that?
Yeah. Hey, mate, you know what? I mean, to be honest, you know what? I think the cabinets and all that are they're incredible, mate. The doors must weigh about 25 pounds each. They're just, I mean, it's built like a tank, it is, for sure, you know what I mean?
Really
and I don't like,
now
that I've got the sand in and it's recessed, and you don't really, and you only see a little touch of the sand. I do understand the reasoning why they've done that lip, you know, the lip where you can't really see it. So it's I think they're fantastic tanks, to be honest. They are really, really good. The only problem I do have with it is the dialing it in. It's quite noisy at first, you know, like dialing it in. It was really, really noisy for hours and hours, you know what I mean? And then no matter what you did, you tried to micro adjust it, and it'd either go too much or it'd go too high. But I mean, it took a fair few hours, to be fair, to dial it in. And now I think because it's got like that slime coat and thing on the tubes on the inside, I think it's bang on now. Obviously plumbed into the Clarity, and yeah, the Clarity is doing its thing.
Steve, on the Clarity, because I've just cleaned mine out and it's not working properly. You know the bar you put in the bottom and it's got the grill across it. Does that face up or does it face down?
Upwards. It's face upwards.
A grey one.
Yeah, upwards where the slits are. Yeah, because that's where obviously the water comes down and then goes through and then raises the chamber in it. But yeah, it's. I mean, I've opened the valve on this. It's probably only at about a quarter. You know, the quarter flow on the actual tank. So because you don't want. I mean, you pump it, you open it full, and it's crazy, mate. It's like really, really fast flowing, and the Clarity can't keep up with it, to be honest. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think I've got it about quarter turn on it, and it's just enough. I think it's just enough flow to get it polished and get it cleaned, because the water is crystal. I mean, obviously there's nothing in it, you know what I mean? But the water is gem clear, you know what I mean? So it's and the ironic thing is though, but if you look at the Clarity, it's still taking some out, because the Clarity is got like brown patches on it, you know what I mean? But it's taking some dirt out. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely taking some dirt out.
Blood from the tank itself, and also you've got, was it dry rock you had as well? So you might
dry rock,
and other stuff off of that as well. So you might be might have that.
Steve, can you explain your downstairs toilet for us? I got a picture. There's a picture earlier of your downstairs toilet. I just wondered if you could explain it. Can you explain your downstairs toilet, mate? What's going on there?
It's my fish room. It's my fish room. Yeah, it's a fish room, that, mate.
No fish.
Oh, that is under the stairs. That that's the stairs. Obviously, the stairs.
Yeah.
And then that is my food.
Toilet.
You know what that is? That is my food grade water changing bucket, mate. 150 litres it holds. So it's got the RO water in it. It's got the salt in it, and it's being mixed. And I tested it before, and it's 1.025. Absolutely spot on, mate. So yeah, it's got a pump going in it. It's got the heater in it, and So basically, instead of me doing bucket changes when the missus is going to go mad, I'm just going to stick a pump in it like I just did on the other video when I took the water out of it. Stick the pump in it, unravel the hose and dump it into the tank straight away, mate. Simple as that. So it'd be a lot easier to do water changes.
Fair play.
And that's what that is, mate. But it's not my toilet. It's definitely not my toilet. I wish I had a toilet downstairs.
That was downstairs toilet, mate. And then I was like, how do you go to the toilet with all that crap all
No. That, mate, that has been cleaned out, believe it or not. It's just like the back room that under the stairs, where I keep all my fish gear. It's just an absolute mess, mate. But it's it's just crazy, mate. And that's been cleaned. It's just mad. The amount of stuff you have when you keep fish or you keep aquariums is insane. You don't realise, do you?
I know.
That's yours. Is that what's in that big blue container then, Steve? Oh, wait up. I think you sent a picture of your salt as well. Is that what you've decided to go with on your new
You've been using that for years, haven't you? The tropic marine.
Yeah, that's the salt that I'm using, mate. Yeah. So I've got another. They're 2 brand new ones, and I've got another half one. Another half one in that cupboard. So what? So I've got 2.5 buckets. Yeah. So 60 odd kilograms of salt, mate. So it should keep me going a bit. Yeah, it should keep me going a bit. That's the salt.
Cottage Reef's also converted his downstairs toilet by the sounds of it. A few people laughing at your. To be fair, it's a decent little setup you've got going there now. Now I know what it is.
Mate, you know what? Listen, you've got to have a fish room, haven't you? I mean, you don't, because yours was only a little tiny thing. But
I don't need a fish room.
Going on the go now, mate. You know what I mean? So the biggest thing for me is carrying the water when I'm doing water changes, and I know I'm gonna have to do some big water changes on this, in terms of when the cycle's finished. Nitrates will probably be about 160 and maybe more than that. You know what I mean? So we know we're going to get high nitrates in this, so I'm going to have to do at least a couple of 50% water changes on it. So that's like 150, 140 litres, 130 litre water changes. Do you know what I mean? So imagine me going in with a 10 litre orange buckets that you get from B&Q, mate, dropping everywhere all over the floor. My missus is not going to be happy. So
I know what you mean.
Simply stick a pump in, drain it out of the tank. Go into the other room, put the pump in there, and pipe it back into it, and it's simple as that, mate. You know what I mean? So it's going to be simple, easy to do, and can't wait. It's so easy to do, and that's it. That's the thing. You see, David. It's I've got a shed type thing outside, so I don't know whether to, because those barrels are all empty. You know what I mean? Because all the water's in the actual blue one. But I said to the missus to put them in the shed. But then, she said, just leave them in there. Not worth setting up, mate. My house is too small for that. I've got nowhere to put all the cables, all the wiring and stuff to go through. I have to drill through the walls and outside into the garden. And get
a reef float.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, I know everyone. I think Reef Dog used to have one, did he? I think he still does, actually, doesn't he? Yeah, I know. I've heard a lot about them.
Most people that have got them recommend them and say they're really good.
Yeah. They take up space, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
You got to find somewhere to keep the unit. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
You know what I mean? So no matter what you have, if you've got a big tank or an half decent tank which needs big water changes, like I said, it's either you're gonna have to do it manually, or you're gonna have to. You could get a reef float like that, or have a big, container like mine. Either way, you're still gonna need space to put it. You know what I mean? To put something. You know what I mean? So it's I mean, I'll see how this goes, and we'll see. But with this, at least I've got 150 litres of salt water on go. Do you know what I mean? I've got it on tap in case anything happens. Do you know what I mean? So it's that's the main thing. I've really got that in there for that. I could just throw the pump in straight away within seconds, get it plugged in, and then it's good to go. Do you know what I mean? So that's coming from a guy who's never done a water change in 5 years. So at the end of the day, I think I'm doing pretty good with it in terms of the setup of it so far.
Mate, I think you're doing really well. Now, Drippy's got some stuff for Tom to deal with here. So I'm going to pass it over.
That's why I've been quiet, because I'm just trying to defend me, trying to defend my virginity here to this guy.
I know, yeah. We need one more like, and you're going to put your hat on backwards. That's one thing that's going to happen. One more guys, and he's going to switch his hat round. And then He's talking about your sleepover, so I don't know if you want to correct him here. It's going to be a train wreck at your sleepover. People are going to be dancing on the tables with nipple tassels. This is all before Love to Reef, Paul. What's going on here?
I know.
Is it wise for tripping to attend?
Anyone want to guarantee me what they're chatting? Tom's told me he gets naked when he's smashed and he's bringing Twister.
Well, you've got a lot to answer in a minute, Sam. You're bringing your clan down.
Come on.
Down. Claudia is ready, mate. So I think you need to defend.
Do you know what? I drove to the other side of Sheffield for him the other day to pick on our own machine up for somebody at Facebook.
So do you want to promote your sleepover anymore? I know. Do you want to promote your sleepover anymore, or is it full?
To promote my sleepover. It's on the Friday night on the, what is it, the 17th, the day before Love to Reef, at the old man, is it? Pub in Harlow?
You said Green Man, didn't you?
Green Man, sorry. Old Harlow, I don't know. Yeah.
Be there.
That's it, 7:30. Be there or be square.
And then he's going Travel Lodge. So if you want to direct message him on Instagram, if you want to sleep over, message him on there. Anyway, right. Have we got 30 now? You have to do your hands. Where's your hat backwards here? Oh, there's 33 now. You got to put your hat backwards. Got to put your hat backwards.
No, not doing it.
Oh, come on. It's the community. Don't let the community down. How's the tank, mate? How's everything going?
Mine? Everybody's just laying eggs at the minute, mate, as I put on Instagram the other day. Yeah. Wow, that was pretty special. There's a lot of eggs as well, wasn't there? Yeah, clowns and 2 lots of chromis at the minute. It's getting a bit heated at the minute.
A lot of love in there. Yeah,
takes years off him.
It does. Hey, back streets back. All right, then.
Just you. I knew you would be a backdoor boy.
Hey, well, it's going downhill again now already. Right.
Yeah. We're getting demonetized.
No, to be fair, we got the ICP back from Reef Celebrity the other day. Everything's bang on. So just silicates need to come down a bit more. Everything's spot on. So I'm happy. What you're laughing at now? What's he put in there? Looks like a signed egg.
Mate, you're getting
rich.
This is the first time. Fair play.
Oh, dear.
Anyone going Love to Reef can have a new dolly to move tubs. Okay. Like a little thing that you can put your tub on, then you wheel it around.
Yeah.
Like a big boy skateboard.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, like a skateboard. Yeah, very good. Right. Anything else happening, Tom? Or should we?
No, everything's fine. Just waiting for Love to Reef to hopefully pick up a couple of frags.
Yeah.
And that's it, really. Until I've got a few more frags, then it'll be Calquassa, which is my favourite thing. But I'm not doing it yet until I've got more. I'm Phil Mitchell. It's Phil Mitchell, a rapper now. Thanks, Drippy. I swear that I'm going to get you so bad, boy, when I see you next. Get ready.
Brilliant.
Get ready.
Liam's asking about your frag tank is. I assume that's yours, Tom. How are you getting on with your frag tank?
No, he's talking to.
He's talking to
Scott. Right. Sorry. Got it mixed up there. Right, I think, should we go on to our theme then? Spring.
Well, just one thing. So I saw the other day a shop that was selling a yellow tang. They had a few yellow tangs. I can't remember if it's 325 or 350.
Well, yeah. 325.
Is that the going rate now, or are they just taking the biscuit?
Taking the biscuit.
Are they?
Yeah, no, but I saw them when we were on that Jolly Boys outing, and they didn't look yellow at all. They looked anemic.
345 quid.
Yeah, that's mad.
Is that Is that over the? Well, I thought that's really expensive. My eyes started watering when I saw that.
Seemed very expensive.
It's just mad, isn't it? The prices are.
Yeah,
that is yeah, very expensive, very ridiculous. Beautiful though. It's not just any. It's a beautiful one.
I think the
Strong
deer
colour.
them though.
they look
Yeah,
nice.
that's deer that.
So whether they're wild caught, I don't know. It doesn't say whether they're wild caught or whether they're tank bred. But I don't know if they're
A lot of the people are putting like the tank bred ones are like between 250 and what 250 and 275.
Yeah,
£300.
Wild.
So yeah, maybe they're a little bit over market price, I think, to be fair.
they're definitely gone up in price because the last time I saw them was about 180, 200. So it looks like they look like they're on the way up again.
Darren saying 365, 375.
That's not that far off, is it? I mean, there's a bit of a range there, but they're all a lot more expensive than I thought they were.
It used to be £25.
They try to keep people in the hobby. Freaking hell, not with prices like that, you won't, will you? 200. I thought tank bred ones would come down in price. In theory, I thought they would be cheaper than ones, to be honest. You know, with them being tank bred, you don't have to do like all the cost of shipping and stuff like that, and all the logistics and everything. You know what I mean? But
I don't think they're bred in this country. I'm not sure. I don't think they're bred in this country, though. That's the thing. I'm not sure if anyone does breed yellow tangs in the UK.
Right.
I haven't heard of it, so I think they can't. I don't know if they come from the Well, they can't come from the US. I don't know where they come from. Whether they come from Europe, I'm not too sure where they're imported from. To be fair, but I just saw it and thought that looks really expensive. Which is a lot of dough, isn't it, for one fish?
Oh yeah.
They're not even that yellow, are they?
No, the only thing is I found with fish, once you get them in your tank, they colour up a lot better than when they're in shops. They've been through the stress. They might have been through TMC first, then they go into the LFS and under the lights in the LFS. I know what you mean.
Some of those we saw on that Jolly Boys outing the other month was just, they don't look like yellow at all.
Really?
But like pale.
That's the one I want. That's the one I want for my tank is a Gen tank. No doubt. The two fish 100% I'm going to get is the Gen tank and the Flame Angel. They're the two fish that I'm going to get.
Apparently.
At one point.
Yeah.
Captive yellows look great. John's saying they're still losing money on them. These tank bred ones. Biota are still losing money.
Interesting.
At that price, still losing money. Yeah. And where's that one? Spent more on his car. Where's that? Something about he only spent 300 quid on his first car, so never mind a fish. Can't find. Oh, there, JB. Man, he spent 300 quid on my first car. I think we all pretty much did, didn't we? Yeah, he can't afford anything else at the time. Right, let's go to Tom's PowerPoint. We've got a PowerPoint tonight.
PowerPoint.
Yeah, the PowerPoint.
No, let's give everybody. Let's set the scene, Jay. You messaged me at what time was it?
What?
You messaged me at what time was it this afternoon?
We don't need to know the backstory, mate.
They do. 20 to 5.
20 to 5. I thought it was later than that.
Have you made a PowerPoint, mate? No pressure, buddy. If not,
yeah, that's the actual message.
So,
and
Jay, he used to put a lot of effort into the PowerPoints, didn't he?
Yeah, well, this one, yeah, he has with this one as well.
Yes,
there you go. Look at this.
I can't see it. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
There you go. You've
got the mad scientist. Excellent.
Spring cleanup crew. So we're going to put a spotlight on our hire and fire cleanup crew, basically. So which ones actually do a good job for us? Sand, glass. Well, I mean, you've got some categories, haven't you? I think you put some categories in there. I think best cleanup crew. Who would we hire? Let's start with this one. Who would we hire as cleanup crew? Obviously, they're there to do a job.
Who's in your 18?
Who's in your 18? Your cleanup crew? Yeah. In the chat, hit us up in the chat as well, guys. Who would you? Every tank has to have this cleanup crew in your tank. Who would you put in there? And I think I'm going to start with you, Tom. Actually, Is that all right? Have you got a few ideas?
Go for it.
What do you want
My
to do?
A team. Well,
In your A team, who's in your A team, mate?
This is going to be
Emma?
definitely dependent on fish,
Yeah.
i.e. wratters. But I think for me, the benefit I've seen in the urchins the last couple of months has been awesome. So I think I'd definitely put urchins in my A team.
Urchins are in. Any
Yeah,
particular urchin or just an urchin?
Tuxedos, I think. Tuxedos for how much they are. They're hardy, they're easy to keep. You don't have to worry about feeding them. You can just put them in and just let them do their own thing. They can deal with being bashed around, thrown about, and take a bit of hammer. And I just think they might not be the most aesthetically pleasing in terms of looks compared to other cleanup crew, but I think that they serve a purpose, and I think they're good value for money. Personally.
Yeah.
And to be fair to Drippy, it pains me to say this because he's absolutely rinsed me tonight. It was his suggestion because obviously I've got the RAS that's an absolute, whatever. I know you monetised. I'll not say it, Jay. Don't worry.
No, you can't. You still got, mate.
All right, twat. She's the urchins have been great. The urchins have been great. So I think for the amount of sort of I don't know what you want to call it, clean up crew power, if you were going to rate in terms of horsepower, algae power, or whatever, versus what, half a dozen, 10 turbos in ratio. I don't know. Depends obviously on the size of urchin, but I think the ratio in terms of what you get for what you pay for is a lot more sort of swinging towards an urchin for me.
And I think they're really efficient. You can actually see what they've done. Where sometimes with snails, you can see if they've cleaned a bit of the glass, but you can't always see if they've cleaned the rock work. But with an urchin, you can see exactly where they've been and where they haven't been, can you? Because they do such a good job of stripping the algae off certainly off your rock. I mean, they do the glass and everything as well, but I think it's the rock work for me.
Yeah,
they do the best job.
That was literally just about to say what Calvin said. The only downside is they do tend to move stuff about, but again,
it just seems to be Zoas in mine. Just Zoas, nothing else really. I don't know about other people's tanks, but just the Zoas, they pick up them quite frequently.
And to be fair to Liam Gills, good tip as well is that if you're going to put some in your tank, definitely get a mixture of sizes, because something I didn't think about when he mentioned it to me months ago was if you can get the smaller ones, because human nature is like, oh, bigger is better. Well, not human nature, but as obvious, bigger is better. But sometimes if you get the smaller ones, they're much better at getting in the nooks and crannies in terms of your rock work. They kind of get in areas that the bigger ones can't. So you get a mixture if you one or two of each, I'd say, definitely.
Yeah. There's a lot of love for urchins. To be fair, mate, urchins was going to be my number one as well, so I can't agree with you more.
Yeah.
They're just like for cleaning rock work. They turn up every day, mate. They graft like hell.
Yeah.
And they'll polish up the rocks in no time. I don't think there's anything better to clean the rock work. If you've got like air algae on rock work, just get an urchin. They're unreal.
Yeah, agree.
You've got an urchin, haven't you, Steen? Yours? You got an urchin in that flavor, haven't you?
Yes, mate. Yeah. Like you said, I totally agree with everything Tom and you guys have said. Just like bulldozers out there, they just go around, do the thing. There's just any bit of algae they just like munching on, and they definitely keep. I mean, mine, because obviously I've not got tons of rock real estate in terms of like the rock, and there's hardly any algae. I get a little bit of algae on the back wall and stuff like that, and he just like there's hardly any now because he just polishes it off. And he, like I said, he just goes around, sticks to the glass, and does his thing. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, definitely an urchin, 100%, 100% for me. I think everybody should have one of them ones.
I do.
You could even loan them. You can even loan them out a bit to people, as like you would a Harlequin with if somebody's suffering, you can say, well, I've told my urchins for a couple of weeks. I know it sounds silly, but they're easy to pass around. Fellow hobbyists, aren't they?
Yeah. Absolutely. That's so true, though. Like they do seem so slow, but then when you turn around, like John's saying there, they've moved halfway across your tank. Every tank should have an urchin, surely. Big one. Right, shall we go back to Paul then? higher in, Paul? What would you have in every tank? Or nearly every tank?
So I will have peppermint shrimp and emerald crab, being greedy on two, because of bobble algae and also
emerald crab.
Aptasia. So I think I always have those in the tanks. You have to be a bit careful with peppermint shrimps and wrasse because they do like those as a starter. But I just think they're really good at keeping both of those nuisances at bay. So I put them in from day one rather than usually after I've got an outbreak. The only thing is with that kind of stuff and dinos, it doesn't mix because they both eat the dinos and then they die. So but yeah, they're just great at keeping that kind of stuff at bay that other things don't touch.
I think Reef can mention emerald crabs for your bubble algae.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah,
earlier on. Good shout
and
out.
They're great characters as well. When they quite often only come out at night, but when you see them, they're busying about all the time, which a lot of the cleanup crew to be fair.
There's been a bit of controversy. There's always been a bit of a debate though about emerald crabs, from what I've read, about them bursting the spores with the bubble algae and passing it around your tank.
There's that whole debate around if you burst the bubble, does it spread or not? Because then we've had that thing about, well, actually they do, but if it does burst and spread, how does an emerald crab do it? Because they must burst it. Because no way goes in. Absolutely. Yeah. So they've cleared up tanks for me before and kept them at bay. So whether that's because they work really, really hard, if you find you have a massive infestation of them, then they will struggle. But if you put them in early doors, it will help prevent it, or at least you won't see hardly any of them. So yeah, it's a fair point. I mean, you see videos saying that actually you can burst the bubbles and it's all okay, and others saying whatever you do, don't burst the bubbles. So I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know is the answer on that.
No, me neither.
But yeah,
I've burst them before, but I've never really seen a worse effect from it. I'm just saying, people say they do, though.
Absolutely, I've read and heard it, but I don't know whether that's true or not.
You mentioned peppermints. Are they still difficult to get hold of still? I know there was a bit of a shortage of them at one point, but
don't think so. I haven't bought one for a while, so I don't know.
Cracked Coddles had some the other day when I went up there. So had a few in. Yeah, they had a few in. So yeah, I think you can get hold of them.
Why are you in love with peppermints? What was the reason for that?
Well, they're good for Aptasia, aren't they?
Yeah,
Aptasia eaters.
They do also. I mean, if there's no Aptasia, they also eat other crap as well. They must do because they go around the sandbed. I find so they're eating something. So whether that's critters or not, I don't know, or whether they are picking up arthritis and that.
I'm sure peps are meant to be able to eat flatworm eggs as well.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
I'm sure they are.
Maybe.
That's why I'm sure they are.
They're scavengers, aren't they? They are scavengers, so anything like that they will eat.
A couple of comments here. John's saying Jake Adams said you can burst them and the spore, and they don't have spores inside. So there you go. Trust me, you need to get rid of the bubble algae fast.
Yeah.
Emeralds. Haven't touched his Steve's bubble algae has not been touched by emeralds. Don't worry about bursting the bubbles. Cott is saying. Reef Builder said meh.
Yeah, Reef Builders.
Peps can still be quite hard to get hold of. Commonly confused with
camel shrimps. Yeah,
the camel shrimps.
Camel shrimps.
Yeah.
And they have a habit of
they look the same. They look very similar, don't they?
Yeah. It's just that hump on the back, isn't it? Because the actual pattern is very, very similar. If you sort of picture of both of them, the patterns and the colour is virtually identical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the back, isn't it? A couple of people
saying from a trusted source. It's like anything, the trusted source. And do you trust that LFS that they're going to pull in the real ones, and therefore you don't have to worry about it?
There's a few people here, Drippy, Alex, all talking about cleaner shrimps. Anybody hire cleaner shrimps in their crew? Think they're good? Steve?
They're scavengers.
Cleaner shrimps. I just bought one. So yeah, for my little Nano. So Yeah, I think
Really good.
just having the cleaner shrimp to it, but
only issues I've had with cleaning shrimps before is when you're trying to target feed, and this back a few years ago, you're trying to target feed LPS.
Yeah, your corals, yeah.
No,
See, I always had that. But you know what I used to do was I used to feed the cleaner shrimp. You know, my big other tank. I used to actually directly feed him first. So when he got some food, then I used to go around and then spot feed the coral. That way, he's been fed, and then the corals by the time and the corals have already digested. Well, they've already eaten there. So. But yeah, no, I did find that when I used to feed them, and then the next minute, they were diving into euphyllia and everything to try and pick out whatever they've just fed them. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they would have pain in the asses.
A lot of people are saying don't get peps confused with camels, because camels are a pain in the neck by the sounds of it. Mopping up your zoas, smoke 40 a day. Camel shrimps and peps, they do look very similar, so just be careful, because you don't want camels by the sounds of it.
Definitely not.
Excellent stuff. So cleaner shrimp.
One thing that cleared up what thing is for me, and I spoke about it, and people hate. Well, I don't know whether they hate them or they dislike them. Is bristleworms. Bristleworms.
Yeah.
And I find when I had them in my tank, the sand. I wasn't all infested with them. At one point, I was, but then I found out that the more you feed your tank, that's how they populate more. So if there's loads of food, they populate more. They just populate and populate. So I eased back, and then I started to get you wasn't seeing as many about. You know what I mean? But bristleworms, a great cleanup crew, mate. I've got one in my Nano tank. He's about 2 inches. I seen it the other day climbing on the rock and messing about. But rather than rushing and oh god, I've got to take it out. No, why not? Because it's going around picking any uneaten food off the floor, mate, and everything. They're great cleanup crew. They won't kill your fish or anything. People, they'll grab your fish. No. They're not like that. If it's dying or it's dead, then they will for sure.
They'll be all over it. Yeah.
They'll be all over it.
They're scavenger, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a scavenger, but they go around any uneaten food that gets into cracks, or maybe the fish can't get to, or over the cleanup crew. Guarantee you they'll get to it, and you know what I mean. So, I've got one in there that I've seen. I've probably got a couple more in there, but I'm not bothered. And even if I had them in my main display, I won't be taking them out. You know what I mean? Unless it's like you see them and it's a great big bobbit worm, then that's a different story. But bristleworms and all that, mate. I love them. But like I said, if it was me, I'd definitely have them in my tank if I found them. Like I said, definitely.
Not the only one. Scott says as well. Scott says he thinks for good luck. Bristleworms and zebrasomas.
Bristleworms, bristleworms.
I won't be without bristleworms, he said.
Yeah. Bristle 2.
Bristle 2.
Oh, sorry, bristle 2. Sorry, slightly different. Sorry, mate.
Fish.
Yeah, bristle 2.
Yeah. But definitely, mate. Them. 100%.
What about Asterinas?
Nazaria snails as well. Nazaria snails. I love Nazaria snails where they just come out of the sand, turn the sand over, and just.
Yeah.
I think I've got 6. I think I've got 6 or 7 in my little Nano there, and you don't see them at all. But then when I turn the flow off and I feed the fish, straight away, mate. Straight the moment that food hits that water column, they are out. Every one of them are out. You just see them; they just rise from the dead. I think they're fantastic. Definitely,
sniff it out, don't they?
As soon as the food goes in, I don't know. I don't even have to turn the pumps off. You just put the food in, and within about 10 seconds, you see the antenna coming up. And they're there.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I love it. I think they're brilliant, then, mate. And you know what? To be honest, they laid that. God knows how many I've got, because I've seen loads of eggs, on the glass. So it can only be really them that are laying them. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I mean, I think they're fantastic. Nazaria snails. I would always go. I seen yours when you posted, Jake, because you posted about Cellar Marine, didn't you? Selling good packs and all that. And I went on, and I'm definitely going to get a pack. The packs from there. I think they have the 55-pound pack. It's got about 40 different snails and variety and all that. I'm definitely I'm going to go that way. You know, when my tank cycled, add them straight in once it cycled. So I'm going to go that way because there's a load. I think you get 10 Nazarias, conch snails, which turn over the sand. They can be bulldozers, though, can't they? Conch snails. You know what I mean? They like knocking into everything, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're so clumsy. If you got anything on the sand, they'll knock it over. Yeah.
Oh, mate. Yeah, it's coming off. Yeah, and it's got to be glued down or put it down for sure. But
I think
Bristol worms eat.
Yeah.
Go on, mate. Sorry,
mate. No, I was just saying. So Big Ross has put his list in for hire, and he had Nasarius snails on his list in second place, didn't he? Ross swears by Nasarius. That was his second favourite, as it were.
Yeah.
And then there is, what's that say? I heard Bristol worms eat Nasarius snails.
Never heard of that one, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you what, bumblebee snails. You know, bumblebee snails. They're good, mate. You know what I mean? Because what were they supposed to eat? You know, the ones that. What were they supposed to eat? You know, the things that come out and they used to annoy corals.
They eat vermitid
snails. They eat vermitid snails. If you got a load of vermitid snails or branching things that are coming out, they're really good. I had a load of them in my 350, and I had them for ages and ages. I thought they were dead, but they tend to come out at night. These guys, you know what I mean? They did do in my time. They used to see them at night time a lot. But yeah, definitely great little cleanup crew. Especially with that population of vermitids.
Yeah, what I found is if you get a snail that ends up upside down, so it's exposed, I find the bumblebees go after them. Now, whether they're on their way out anyway, because I don't know if it's a Trocus snail. There's one snail that rights itself, isn't it? It swings round and it's
Astraea, or what they call that.
Yeah. But I've seen bumblebees. As soon as a snail goes over, it will go for it.
Go for it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. As I say, whether they're on their way out or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just whilst we're on snails, shall we do? We can do Big Ross's number one. A few people have actually mentioned it as well. So obviously we've got a chat group, guys, and we just talk about all sorts of stuff. And Big Ross was sharing his favourites, and there's a lot of people in here that have the similar favourite. Let me just find the comments. So Big Ross agrees with Tony. It is the conch snail. Who else said about conch?
Yeah, I like conches.
Yeah, are you a conch lover?
They're great characters, aren't they, as well? They're like aliens.
Conch. Have you got conch now, Paul? Have you got conch at the moment?
In one of the tanks I have, yeah, not in this one behind, but one in the garage I have.
Yeah, I think they're. Well, I like them, but my hermit crabs killed my bloody conch. I was gutted because I don't.
They probably on the shell, didn't they?
Yeah, they're after the shell. Yeah, so I was a bit gutted, but they're just weird. They're weird to look at, but they do such a good job at like just ploughing up your sandbed and turning it over, and just keeping it moving. So I think.
Sometimes they climb up the glass, and you think, "How the hell have you got the strength?"
Yeah,
with that
I can see how you could relate to that, Jay.
That's what everyone's going to look like after your sleepover.
Got his own sleeping bag there.
That's it. Look, that's Tom. Oh, I've done it now. I've done it. Can't even get a cat. There you go. That's you. That's you, Tom. On the morning of Love to Reef because you love drunk that much. They are brilliant cleanup crew. I love them. They're absolutely fantastic. Darren's got 3 conch, so there's no limits to how many you can have. Steve's got a conch. Conch can do a kind of jump. Yeah, they like flip, don't they?
Flip. Yeah, they flip over, don't they? Yeah.
That's Jay after 2 pints.
Definitely.
It probably is, John. Definitely a character. They are a great little. Some of the cleanup crew, the crustaceans, are just as fascinating as the fish.
Yeah,
and the corals, aren't they? To watch.
Definitely.
Astraea, they're the ones that self-correct. Astraea snails.
That's the ones.
Yeah.
I've got a little picture just in case. I like them. They're actually good at cleaning glass.
Yes.
They're good at cleaning glass in the back of the tank.
Yeah.
Like your back wall, they're quite good at that. So if you need it, I think it's down to what you need cleaning. Like the urchin for me is good at rock work, and then this guy here is good at your glass work.
Yeah.
And they self-correct, don't they, as well? And then you've got your conch for your sandbed and your zombie snails that you mentioned, Steve.
Yeah, and then your urchin for your rock work. Yeah.
Your rock work, yeah, it's all about that.
It's just a combo, isn't it? Different, no difference to the fish, isn't it? Different clean-up crew, different jobs.
Yeah. Different areas.
Exactly, yeah.
Cott is saying trochus snails, Nassarius snails, peppermints, cleaner shrimp.
There you go.
Urchins. Yeah, I think we've mentioned all them actually in our higher crew. Full house, yeah. Any other? I've picked up a large conch today, white shell with a long stripy trunk. Called it Gary. a reek character. Nice one. Yes. Don't forget what's this. Don't forget your utility fish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like your wrasse, I'm guessing, I think.
And your tangs as well.
Someone's giving a shout out to Mexican turbo snails.
They're big on.
Anybody got one of them? I had one.
Well, I've got two big snails that are in the garage, and they came from the tank in here. And those snails, I think, are about 7 years old. I don't think they lasted that long. And there's two. They're quite biggies, and as I say, they transferred from this tank behind me. It was to that one. I think they're turbo snails, just because they're probably, I don't know, about 2 inches in diameter and about 3 inches higher. So I don't know if that's turbo. They've just grown big, and I've got two of them, and they just go round and round. I thought they would have gone by now, because I've never had snails that have lasted that long before.
Isn't there a rule about like how many gallons you've got to how many snails you should have, or something like? Is it like a gallon per snail or something? Or
well, they say that, don't they?
It's not like that.
They say that.
It's sort of ridiculous, though, isn't it?
It depends on what you've got.
Nonsense, mate. Yeah.
Fire load and everything like that.
Yeah.
So
if you've got a shed load of algae in your tank and you want it shifting, you're not just gonna have 2 or 3 snails in it to get it moved, are you? You know what I mean? You gotta put fair work in there, because they're not all gonna survive, are they? You know what I mean? So you've got to.
Well, you do have to replenish them, don't you?
What do they always? What you know? At the end of the day, you're starting in a retail. You're starting as you mean to go on, and the best thing, in my opinion, is your clean-up crew. That's the most important, along with copepods and all them lot. You know, like they're the clean-up crew in a way. Yeah, you know what I mean. We don't talk about them because they're so microscopic that you don't think the clean-up crew. But I know BRS did a video on a tank that just cycled. It had loads of algae and stuff like that, and then they added load of copepods and all those lot, and then it cleaned it up. They ended up cleaned it up within a couple of weeks or so. Yeah. So it just goes to show, and that was just copepods. So
absolutely,
get your tank full of copepods and clean up crew. Definitely 100%.
Some people that got a bad algae outbreak will get something like a sea hare. But of course, you got to move that on pretty quick.
You've got to move it on.
I've never had one before. But people I know have got it, so they're brilliant. But of course, then you've got to find another home that's got loads of algae. Well, it's great if you can swap that around the area. And
well, I know. Out of the blue, had one in their main display. I've never seen something so big, and it was huge. It was absolutely ginormous, and it just went through like algae, like there was no tomorrow, mate. But like they said, they've got to move it on because otherwise they don't eat. It's the only thing they eat. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you don't think it, then they just starve to death. Yeah. So.
And you got the algae blenny as well. The algae blenny's a great character.
It's called.
Yeah, and they'll absolutely love it, and they'll just sit there. And it's just a different bit of life, isn't it, compared to some of the other algae? Because the character is great, and then you can.
Nobody's mentioned hermit crabs, have they?
Oh yeah, that's. Are you going to put them on the higher list?
No, I'm just saying nobody's mentioned them.
Yeah, well, that may be.
They're hit and miss hermit crabs, aren't they?
I'm not allowed.
Hermit crabs are hit. Some people, it's a love-hate relationship with them. Those hermit crabs. Some people like them, and some people don't. You know what I mean? I think I've only ever. I think I had a. Is it a blue one? A blue-legged one? I think I had something like that. Was it or
red leg, black leg, Halloween crabs?
Yeah, blue. Yeah, I think I had a blue-legged one once, and yeah, it was only in there a month or so, and then I just didn't see it.
A lot of love for
Would you fire?
Pod and amphipods. Hey, it's Tom's presentation here, guys. Look at this.
Brilliant. Who are you firing, Tom?
To be fair, he works in recruitment, so this is his bag, isn't it? This is his bag. Mate, that's a quality slide.
Iron fire.
So, who just looks pretty? Who just looks glam and doesn't do any cleaning? Who's not earning the keep in these three tanks? Who's overrated and who should get fired?
That's a tough one. That.
What, from a cleaner?
Right. So we'll start with Steve. Who looks just glam and don't do any cleaning apart from you? Oh,
this is a tough one. This one. I know JD's. I'll probably say that. But, I hope she's not watching this. Who would clean? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Pom pom crab them, but for a moment. Then,
love that.
Because like you said, they're just all for show, aren't they?
Let me just get a picture of a pom pom crab, Steve.
What about fish? Are they
pom pom crab?
I've never had one, though.
You had a pom pom.
I've never had one.
They look pretty, but they're just a bit for show, aren't they? Them things like what did he do? You know what I mean? To be honest.
Yeah, I had one. He looked good. Mine was that useless. He even lost his pom poms. That's how useless he was.
They look good, don't they?
They're so cool to watch.
Yeah, but they're so cool to watch. They don't do nothing. So that's a good. Pom crabs.
That's why they do nothing, because they're not clean-up crew.
Yeah, they
punch fish in the face. Oh well, fair enough. Yeah, they definitely want to go out there, then, mate. You don't want that happening. They've got to be evicted.
What about hermit crabs? Hermit crabs? I think they're more trouble than the world.
Because
this
is a tough one. This is a tough one, isn't it? Because if you think about it, a lot of the cleanup crew, they do their own little bit, don't they, in the reef? So, well,
you want hermit crabs? Where's hermit crab? Here, look.
Yeah,
so hermit crabs. So
I've never really rated them
on his list. He likes
hermit crabs.
Can you not do a poll, Jay? Or are you not capable?
I don't know actually. Yeah, I think I don't know if I can do a poll.
You have to go into YouTube studio.
Let
me have a look then.
Halloween crabs.
Hermit crabs.
Halloween crabs.
Yeah, so Ross had this on his high list. He had it on his high list, but my hermit crabs, I can't stand them. They just kill everything. They kill my conch. They don't clean anything. They just wander around. Yeah, I could do that.
They do clean stuff, but I think again, a lot of cleanup crew are opportunistic, aren't they? If there's nothing in the tank, they'll eat what is in the tank. But if all of a sudden McDonald's comes along, they'll go for it. Just like that's what they're designed to do.
It's like so it's like a predator then. It's a predator, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, scavengers,
they're opportunistic, aren't they? Like you say, scavengers opportunistic. So a lot of clean crew crabs and crustaceans, they'll literally, like I say, there's nothing else available. They'll eat what there is. But if there's something tasty available, they'll have a go at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I mean, like I've just seen down in there, like starfish. You know, the starfish that they feed to. What we was talking about the other week. What did they feed?
Harlequins.
Yeah, harlequins. Yeah, what they feed to. I mean, we all know my take on that. I don't think that should happen. But like starfish, like they don't really like. What do they really do? They clean the glass, don't they? Go around the glass, move about a bit of the sand and. But maybe
Jay would be upset if somebody ate his chocolate starfish, wouldn't you, Jay?
What, that chocolate chip one? I haven't got one of them. I've seen them. We've got quite a few starfish to choose from.
He's trying to ignore you.
Behave yourself.
Go on, just stiff up a lip then, Jay. Go on, just crack on.
So there we've got some starfish there. Look, any of them? None of them are useful. No, none of them. You've got Asterinas, brittle star there, chocolate chip. That's
Asterinas. You definitely don't want them, do you?
Middle. Chocolate chip one.
Yeah, chocolate chip.
That looks quite nice to eat, doesn't it? Yeah, the red one.
I mean, I like the look of the red one. Don't get me wrong. I like the look of it. But
the big blue one, can't you, as well? Big blue one.
You can get
blue one.
They're quite sensitive.
I mean, that looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that does look really nice.
It does look
nice.
Does
it clean? See, the question is, does it clean?
Well, exactly. I don't know. Like, what is his job? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's if it's just for show, then yeah, fair enough. But if it's got to be for doing something, then yeah, probably not me.
There's a fair point in there from pelagic swimmer, because I've heard people say that Asterinas are actually really good cleanup crew, and they do hoover up stuff. I mean, they multiply pretty quick if you're not careful. But then the other say that there are some types that eat zoas.
Yes, yeah,
so
there
there's a bit of a mix, isn't there? So
yeah,
I think the jury's out on that one. You've got some that hate it, and others that.
Yeah. I mean, is it some like Asterinas which are like mainly all black, and they say they're the ones that eat?
Well, I've heard that's a yes, and I've heard that's a no. So I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you can, you probably can differentiate, but I haven't seen anything that I think that's reliable that says this type or this is how they look. They're the ones you have to avoid. There probably are some. There's probably loads of different types, but most people think they're bad, so you take them out regardless of the coloration of them.
Yeah. It's like you said, they populate like crazy, don't they? You know what I mean? They just go mad, don't they?
Again, it's nutrients,
in terms of population.
In nutrients, they try to sort that kind of things higher. Like most things, they just pop, they just explode. Yeah,
exactly.
Apparently, the chocolate one's not very popular.
Not much love for that one, is there? Not much love for that one, mate.
You'd be upset though if somebody ate your chocolate starfish, Jay, wouldn't you?
I'd be devastated.
He's having another bite on that one.
It's actually it looks like the largest one out of them all. To be fair, I mean,
and Darren's put it eats corals.
It eats, so you
doesn't like chocolate, so it goes with corals.
Yeah, you don't want that, do you? I don't know what I've done there. Lost the screen. How do I get a poll up, guys? I don't know how to do the poll.
Right, so you have to go in. You have to go into YouTube Studio. Go to content. On your live stream, you'll have a little circle.
Yeah, it's not showing on my live at the moment. It's not on the live list. It publishes after, I think, mine.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can't do it. What do you want to ask him, Tom? We can still ask him.
I thought we were going to go for the work. I thought we were going to literally do a poll on the most people talked about on each category.
The best one. Any more that you're going to fire, guys? Any more that you'd fire?
No, most of them are pretty good.
Exactly.
Hermits, pom-poms.
How many more have we got to talk about? 2 more, haven't we? We've got. So you've gone. Who was in your A team? Who you would fire? And then we've got a couple more, I think, haven't we?
Let's have a
couple
look.
Other categories, is there?
Yeah, he's all over this PowerPoint thing here. Where is it? I can't get it open.
Where's the PowerPoint?
Oh, Tommy, he loves the PowerPoint. Where is it? Who's a waste of money is the next one.
What, cleanup crew or just generally?
Yeah, in general.
I think well, it's cleanup crew, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah.
Who's overpriced? Is that what it is? Who's overpriced?
Overpriced.
I don't know. None of them are really overpriced, are they? They're all quite good value for money, really.
I said, what, 20 odd pound. 20 odd pound for my missus.
She sounds glamorous anyway.
I think when you put
I'm assuming JB's missus is not watching this live stream. Do you know what I mean?
He is. He's going to be single by next week.
Absolutely. I think peppermint shrimps if you got RAS.
Yeah, me too.
That is an expensive starter.
Oh, yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you could.
Shrimps.
You've got clean-up crew, and also you've got animals that deal with pests as well. There's a bit of a mix somewhere.
Yeah, fine line, isn't it, between pest and algae? But
Yeah.
You'd obviously a lot of people who've got problems with go on.
All fish.
We were on about it earlier.
Flatworm.
No, Aptasia would say Bergie nudibranch. You know,
Yeah.
would be, but are they a cleanup crew? You know, they're more pest control because they deal with Aptasia. But then you've got peppermints that are dealing with Aptasia as well. So, but are they cleanup crew? Are they pest control? So, do you know what I mean? I think what is cleanup crew?
Well, that's a bigger question to answer, isn't it, really. Jesus.
We're in the right place.
Waste of money when you think about it, though. Waste of money. Yeah, it's like the fire shrimps or cleaner shrimps and stuff like that. Yeah,
blood
I mean, they're quite expensive. Quite expensive. To be honest, still
and they don't
for a
do
little
anything,
shrimp. I mean,
what about these?
I think I seen one in Kraken Corals. Sure, it's about 30 quid.
I think they are about 30 quid. And all they do is
for
a shrimp. You know what I mean? For a shrimp, £30.
Yeah, they don't do anything, do they?
You know when you think of it.
Not a clean-up crew, is it? I don't think. I've had them before, and I've never seen them going around like a peppermint shrimp or a cleaner shrimp. They just hang there, do nothing.
Oh,
they wait for Aspirinas, don't they?
Oh dear.
You know what I mean?
You fed 10 peppermints in 5 minutes. Oh my god.
Nice.
You'd be gutted, wouldn't you?
You would.
You'd be gutted. I bet the Lenardi Ras thought all his Christmases had come at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
What about these Harlequins? They're not cheap, are they? And then obviously once you've got rid of your Asterinas, you have to get rid of them as well, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, they're superb creatures when you see them. The way they move around, and they're really majestic, but totally clinical.
Yeah,
the way they work. But you have to move them on if you can find them still. In a big tank, it's hard to take them out. But they are fantastic to watch and superb.
Yeah. What's this one here say? Well, you could take another view to the urchin if it's taken as rectinozoas, £50 a head. Oh, yeah, that's expensive. That is true. Expensive outing if it's ripped all the zoas up.
Yeah, it takes it on a journey.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Good way to think of that one. Yeah.
Fair point.
Very fair point. Added 30 of the little rock hermits to mine. Done a massively noticeable difference to the detritus. Oh yeah, good for hermits here. Where's it? Oh, Liam, he had a funny picture about cleanup crew. Oh, where was it? About his bloody shark. Oh god, where is it now? Let's go back a bit actually. Here you go. Bamboo shark.
Oh dear.
Highly recommended for cleaning up dead fish. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Wow. A shark. That is mad.
That is mad. That is
crazy.
Imagine going on boys day out.
You can have anything. And he decides to have a shark.
Oh, he was smiling from ear to ear. You'd never seen anything like it. And that would drip it out. Because me and Alex were like looking at each other and just grinning. And just be like, if you don't get it, you'll regret it. Blah, 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 blah. Trying to get me to get one. I'm just like, not happening. And I could just see Liam was going, should I, shouldn't I? He's got Angel on one shoulder, Devil on the other. Don't do it, don't do it.
And Drippy one.
And Drippy's just going, if you don't do it, you'll regret it. And then it just stood outside Finest with a big smiling face and a box that said danger.
I think Jay regrets not buying those ones that me and Ross persuaded to buy. Remember?
Them garden eels. Garden eels, you're around.
Garden eels, yeah.
I've later found out, Steve, they need like their own single tank on their own, apparently.
They need about 4 or 5 inches of sand, don't they?
Yeah, definitely.
It'd be half your tank full of sand, mate.
Mate, what would have happened to them if I'd have put them in? They'd have had nowhere to bury. That would have been cruel. That would have.
They just would have died.
Yeah, they would have died.
They're not cheap either. I'm sure I saw it was one. I can't remember if it was one or it was 2 or 3, 120 quid.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's nuts. It's bizarre.
It's mad, mate. I mean, this hobby is expensive, isn't it? It's bloody expensive, this hobby,
Even
isn't it?
the basic stuff is.
Hey, the basic stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Shrimp, 30 quid. It's like, what the hell is this, mad, mate?
My fire shrimp.
Not my fault at all.
Yeah, my fire shrimp was 35 quid, mate. He does. I mean, he looks amazing. He makes up for it.
No, they look good. Yeah. Out of all the shrimps, they're the best.
Cleaning.
Just hangs there, doesn't it? I can see it there hanging upside down.
See it there, look, it's massive.
That's what it does. Just sits there.
Yeah. He's awesome to watch, but it does nothing.
Beautiful. They are beautiful in terms of like the way they look, but useless.
Yeah. So peppermints, maybe if you've got wrasse, that's the biggest waste of money.
I think there's probably a clean-up crew that you don't see to the naked eye. To be honest with you, it's probably a lot more beneficial than anything else we've talked about tonight.
Yeah.
But that's just your microbiome. We take for granted.
Yeah.
So, Tom, you're going to launch a new category here.
What's the last category? Is it the last one?
Bring Plan Watch back. What's that all about? The bottom right corner there, you sneaked in.
Bring Plan Watch back.
I've only just noticed that. Best value for money. Well, surely it's got to be a snail. They're only about £1, aren't they?
Oh, bristleworm.
£1.
You're going to be able to do a poll now. Jay, you've got 15 minutes. You can do a poll. Somebody can do a poll. Come on.
I can't do a poll.
Mate.
I can't do a poll. I used to be able to do a poll.
It's there. It's going to be there, Jay, under content.
Yeah, I've clicked. I've gone through Studio. Yeah, that's Studio content.
Live.
But then the live stream's not showing yet because it publishes afterwards. And then you go, it's not there.
Oh dear.
Yeah. No. What do you want to do? Just ask it in the chat. And we'll do.
Who's the thing's the best value for money then for people? I'm going to say urchin again, personally. But
yeah. Whack in the chat for guys. Who's the best value for money cleanup crew?
I think in terms of what they do. Yeah, I agree with you. I think an urchin, you can't go wrong with him. Granted, there's a few negatives with him, like we spoke about, in terms of like they grab onto everything, latch onto things and stuff like that. Yeah, but I mean, in terms of what they actually do, I think for the price of them, I think definitely an urchin is definitely one to go for.
JB's on it tonight. You can buy a full lobster from Asda for the price of a fire.
He's right, though, isn't it? It's true, mate.
That is spot on.
Oh, dear.
Best value for money, we've got Asterinas, the free of charge. Huge box of shrimp. Had in 4 years. Does nothing but looks menacing.
True.
Yeah. Is that
bristleworm? Yeah, bristleworm. Yeah, definitely.
So, Ross's favourites coming out here as well. The conch. Bristle. Paul's, Paul's put bristleworm. Let's just get rid of that. So we can see Paul proper. There we go.
Definitely.
urchin.
Urchin.
Yeah, urchin.
Urchin again.
An abalone.
What's an abalone? Paul know it.
It's like a snail. It's like a snail in it, but it's a big freaking size one. They eat them. You actually eat the huge.
They're no good in the nano, but it's okay in pelagic 13 foot.
Yeah. In Tom's tank, you could have a few of them, mate. Some abalones, I tell you, we'll have some of them.
Yeah, abalone. I need to look that one up. Urchin. Oh, a lot of love for urchins. I love it. Bloody love an urchin.
Yeah.
Can't believe how good they are at cleaning. They are fantastic.
Yeah, they are.
Hard working, fun to see. And I love them when they're on, when they're on the glass and you can see the little mouth and then all the tentacles and stuff.
Yeah. You know what? I've seen a few pictures of people make them, don't they? Those 3D printed hats and all that.
Yeah,
one
Ross
of
had one, didn't they?
One of them had a cowboy hat on, and it looked so mint, mate. It was funny as anything, a cowboy hat, and it looked like it had strings coming down. It was funny as anything, mate. I thought, that is sick. That because it prevents it stopping. Once it's stuck, it prevents it sticking any corals to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the hat's in place.
Fair point.
So
they'll have some at Aquaprint at Love Reef. He has.
Oh,
them.
yeah.
yeah,
Johnny,
I might get one for mine.
Steve,
Hat or something.
have you got the time off? I forgot to ask you. Have you booked the time for Love
Yes.
Good man.
Yeah.
Books off, mate. Yeah. Yeah,
So
definitely
you
coming
and
down.
the missus coming down.
I am. My missus saying if she can, if she's off. Or well, sorry, not off. If she can get somebody to look after the kids, because obviously it's going to be in the all day and stuff. So
of course,
and then obviously the dog. So if she can, then definitely, mate, we'll both be coming down. But
okay, we'll sort the tickets out then. Cool.
Yeah, mate, I can't wait.
Sure.
Can't wait for that.
That'd be good.
It'd be class. Traffic cone hats. Someone's got a tuxedo that's 4 years. How long do they live then? Interesting.
Yeah, mine's 5 years
5
old.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only 5 years old.
Good life. Long spine urchin. Some people are not as keen. Luke's saying, yeah, he's on eviction notice, his urchin. Stripped a load of new coral and took the eye off my conch. Wow.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, take it out, mate.
Let's move on from that one. That's a bit sad, that one. Long spine urchins, amazing grazers, spiky little.
Hey, I think you need a big tank for them, don't you? Those long spine ones.
They tend to come in on corals, though. Then that's the main thing. You don't see them until you've.
Oh, really? Until they're grown.
They come in really small.
Yeah.
Oh, cleaner shrimp. Yeah, look, they can climb on your hands and stuff. You know, like for little kids and stuff, can't they? Actually clean the skin on your hands.
Yeah, they clean. Yeah.
Fair point, JB. They're awesome little creatures. Urchins here. We do all keep plastic out of the tanks, and then we put the plastic outs on the urchins. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
That is dead true. Urchins like to carry hair algae. And when dips himself in the gravel, looks like he's got sprinkles on him. They do look so cool.
They do carry down, yeah.
Urchins like to munch on.
Yeah,
they love
they do.
Don't they?
They clean the rock right back to the base, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Drink out.
That's why I think. And that's why I think I never had on my 350, where I never had the coralline algae on the back of my glass, But all over the rock it was covered, But the urchins tend to stay on the glass, and it was just like munching away because at this one point, I think it was like if you look back on some of my videos at the very beginning, like I think it was maybe maybe about 4 months, 4 or 5 months. You start to see all the coralline algae all on the back, and then all of a sudden, that was when they added the urchin, and then it completely stripped. Everything was gone. You know what I mean? And then it never grew back on it because it must have just been going around munching. You know what I mean?
Happy ending. I had to read the rest of this.
His
I
eye did grow
thought
back.
it was drippy again. Happy ending. His eyes grown back. I know starfish, they grow their legs back, don't they? But I didn't know urchins grew eyes back. That's incredible.
He's on about his conch, not his urchin.
Oh, his conch, sorry, the conch, yeah. I don't know where the urchin's eyes are. God knows. Have another sip of John Smith, say Tom.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
Absolutely.
Just imagine this urchin going into Specsavers.
Plenty glasses for this.
Oh dear.
How long before the urchins wearing plastic? So a lot of urchin love. So I think urchins have won that category, by the way, Tom.
I think so.
They've done all right, haven't they?
I'm well happy for the
urchins have done well tonight. Yeah.
So do you want let's just finish up then very quickly. Because you've got this you've made this slide as well here, which obviously you've took some time over that. You've obviously got you've got all your stuff out from your cleaning cupboard under your sink, and took that picture, I guess. So the best cleanup crew. I think it's not urchin. Surely it's urchin.
I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna give it to urchin tonight.
I
think so.
I think we give it to urchin. Urchin. That's one of the longest blunt spines. There's obviously different variations of urchin. Quite a lot of different variations of it.
Oh god, yeah.
My urchin spawned in the tank, but I'm only have one, so nothing happens. Yeah, snails do that as well. They get big clouds, don't you? You see big clouds when snails are spawning. So there we have it. Right. I think we've caught up with the chat as well.
That's good.
And
Good
yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
Urchin's top draw. And who was the least? Did we say hermit crabs? Did we say
maybe hermit crabs or some
hermit.
sort of starfish?
they were at the lower end.
Starfish.
And chocolate starfish.
Yeah. No, starfish or blood red shrimp. You can get a lobster.
Are we gonna bring clam of the week back then, Jay?
No, I don't think we should we? What do you reckon, Paul?
Why not? Why not?
I'm not fussed.
No, I'm not.
Steve?
Steve?
What?
Clam of the week.
He's not even listening.
What are you talking about?
Can you listen whilst we're on the live stream, Stephen? Come on.
I've not been on the live streams much, have I? So
You missed it for about the 3 weeks.
Clam of the week. You're talking about your clams.
No, we're talking about anybody's clam. Anybody on the live stream can nominate a clam through Instagram for clam of the week at 9:00 on the Friday night, and we're gonna mention on the tickling tackle box. Yeah, we're gonna mention it on the live stream.
Yeah,
we need more tuppence.
Yeah,
thanks, JB. Yeah, it still gets called tuppence now. I didn't think it was going to stick, but it did. So yeah, I've got Claudia and tuppence. Anyway,
fair enough. It was a good name. That was a good name to vote for.
Yeah,
it was. So we're going to do clam of the week then, or not? Or
yeah,
on 9 o'clock.
It's on your channel next. We're on Tom's channel next, guys.
When's that then?
The farmer.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. Can we just have an update before we have to leave the guys? Obviously, everybody wants to know in the chat. There's been so many comments tonight about your YouTube channel.
Yeah, Tom the Farmer.
No, there isn't.
Have you got some videos made? We actually got some videos made and all?
I've had a couple of goes at it. I'm not very good at it. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
get out of it. He's not very good at it. You've just got to speak.
It'd be great.
You just got to speak. Show your tank. You don't need to. Come on, mate.
You'd be awesome, mate. Anyway,
yeah, definitely.
So if you haven't got your tickets for Love to Reef, you can go on to Paul's Instagram, contact him.
Message me, Instagram, probably best. Or
when I come to my sleepover, message me on Instagram.
Yeah.
hit him up in his DMs. He likes that.
Yeah.
So Tom for the sleepover, Paul for
the raffle.
And Steve's got a new video out, so check that out on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Have you figured out where the local sunbed shop is, Jay, in Arlo? Do you know where it is?
He knows
I definitely know where the sunbed shop is, mate. I definitely know where that is. And Steve's
got Paul Hughes if he's got any T5s.
What's that?
So you'll be asking Paul Hughes if he's got any T5s.
Mate, they look exactly the same, don't they, to be honest?
It would be under halides.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't make it. Would be good off the records and put it on YouTube. Yeah, there'll be loads of coverage, I reckon. Of it.
There'll be loads of content, I'm sure, floating around.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's subscribe. I don't know about your channel here, Tom. Down on the farm. Clarkson's farm.
Spuds.
You best get your farm channel out before Clarkson gets Series 3 out. Clarkson's farm, otherwise.
Yes, coming out soon, isn't it?
He's going to pigs. Clarkson's going to pigs.
Coming out, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. I love it.
Yeah.
So
love watching it. I love watching that. It is.
He makes it
all done. He makes it all done. The young kid. What's it called?
Caleb.
He makes it done.
It's so funny.
He's funny, mate.
Turns out there is a sunbed shop right near AAC. Darren uses it as well.
It's on the same estate. You'd be all right.
Me and Darren will go on it. Oh, there is. There is. It's right next door. I remember it, actually. Yeah.
It's just right. If he disappears for 30 minutes and he comes back and he's got a nice shine, we know where he's been.
No, he's going for a vajazzle. He's going for a vajazzle.
Come on. They don't even exist anymore, do they? I haven't seen one for ages. I mean, they don't exist, do they?
Yeah, one thing is.
I don't know.
He's going for a vajazzle on the top up.
Anyone going to Aqua in September? Anyone going Aqua in September? I don't know yet at the moment.
I don't know because I don't know if I can go or not.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'd like to go, but
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
See.
Jay, we bought tickets, didn't we? And then obviously it got deferred, but I don't know what I'm doing in September with football and stuff like that. So if it clashes with football, I won't go. If it doesn't, then I'll probably go.
Season ticket, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so I think it's time up, guys.
Yes.
Thanks for that.
That's it. So
Massive
next
shout out
week,
to Tom
is next
for
week the
making
last
PowerPoint.
one? Oh,
What?
thank you.
For 2 weeks, yeah.
No, carry on. You were praising me for a minute. I
I
enjoyed
was
that.
just saying,
I'm
massive
laughing
shout out
at
to
it. Go
Tom
on,
for
carry on.
making that professional looking PowerPoint. I
good.
thought it was very good. Yeah.
Excellent.
And Steve, thanks for joining us as well. Appreciate it, mate. Ed, straight from work.
Sure.
Appreciate
No worries,
that, buddy.
mate. No worries.
Next week's the last one then, before
Yeah.
Love to Reef.
Yes.
Should we do that on what we do that on Steve's and then we do the debrief on yours, Paul, or what? What do you want to do next week?
I don't care. Yeah,
Or we should just decide later.
I don't. Yeah, we'll still think out.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Honestly,
Yeah.
really appreciate it. Have a cracking bank holiday Monday, weekend actually. And
Yeah,
Monday.
absolutely. 3 days for some of
Definitely.
it. Brilliant.
Yeah, all the best.
Bye
Take
for
care,
now.
guys.
Enjoy.
Take care.
Cheers.
Good weekend, guys.
Have a good one.